Peter and I will celebrate our silver wedding next year. Ours was a second marriage. I am now 76 and Peter is 84. When Peter retired, he took up sculpture, for which he proved to have a talent. He also loved gardening and growing vegetables. I am a painter. Together we taught art to classes of children in our home to supplement our pensions. As our own respective children had grown up, we were free to travel and had wonderful holidays abroad. We have always been very, very happy and harmonious. In 1994, I first noticed Peter's increasing incompetence. He made many mistakes on DIY jobs, for example, and became forgetful. He continually lost personal items. The decline was extremely gradual. It became more evident when Peter suffered 2 TIAs, transient ischemic attacks or mini strokes, which affected his immobility. He began to shuffle his feet and lose his balance and fall easily. Soon it became apparent that Peter was not safe to drive. He increasingly needed help. His mental and physical capacity deteriorated. A succession of walking aids, sticks, trolleys, Zimmer frames were used. Grab rails, a bath seat, raised toilet seats were installed. Incontinence pants were needed. Wheelchair, ramp, incontinence pads followed, and eventually an adjustable bed with safety rails. An enormous amount of physical and mental energy went into my organising our life and home so that Peter could stay with me. The struggles with bureaucracy to get help and to understand what was available were more wearing than washing, dressing and feeding my husband. As Peter became increasingly immobile and dependent, I felt I was trying to live his life for him, as well as living my own. I kept going on antidepressants, whiskey and sleeping pills. When Peter became increasingly immobile and doubly incontinent, I employed agency nurses to help me morning and night. I had a huge amount of laundry to do. When he began to have frequent infections which made him very ill and totally immobile, I couldn't cope. He went for 2 weeks respite care in August 2009, and during that time the nursing home agreed to keep him permanently. Friends thought it was a tough decision. It wasn't. It was a no-brainer. I hadn't the strength to continue to care for Peter at home anymore. I had done my grieving prior to this event. I had cried every time I sent him to the daycare centre or took him in for respite care. Peter now speaks very little and seldom coherently. He seems to have an occasional fleeting or dim memory of people in times past. He cannot express his needs, but depends on his carers to recognise and attend to them. The Alzheimer's Research Trust says 820,000 people in the UK have dementia in 2010. There will be over 1 million people with dementia in 2025. 42% of the UK population now know a close friend or family member with dementia. We all need to pay attention to these figures. We need to make the right plans to meet the challenge.